Stay there, Alice. You're shorting your life even more.
What do you want with me?
What do I want with you? Oh, you stupid little bitch. I want those papers.
What papers? I don't have any papers.
No papers? I'll tell you what you do have, though. It's a very short memory. Now I can help with that. A little. By putting a hole in your foot. See, next time, I won't miss. Of course. If you'd rather end it more quickly, it can also be arranged.
Please, no.
Perhaps a nice cut on your pretty neck. I want those papers.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, isn't that convenient? Do you remember Jim? Your husband?
He's dead.
Oh, I know. Convenient, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
You see, he owed me a lot of money. He used to gamble. Only when people gamble with me and lose, I expect them to pay their debts. Now those papers, the deeds to your property, they would pay your debts now, wouldn't they? Yes, you better weigh all your property. So just hand over the deeds.
The debts were his, not mine. If he had any debts, which I doubt.
Oh, he had debts, all right, love. He really didn't tell you anything, did he? Of course, those papers, they would do just fine. Then I might leave you alone.
And leave me with nothing.
Well, you've only got him to blame for that.
Look, I'll find you the money. Just leave me alone.
See, the problem is there's interest on top of it now. He owes me 50,000. Yes. And with the current interest rate, well, that's 500%. But I will be nice and just take the deeds instead.
You bastard. They're worth a lot more than the 50,000.
I know. 600,000. Well, that's just a day's rate. They'll be worth so much more in a couple of days. After all, Alice, you do value your life, don't you? I'll give you 48, no, 72 hours. Because I like you. Then, bang! Bang!
Another bloody attack. That's 4 in the last month. All being blackmailed and then subjected to violence.
And we're expected to get instant results. There's no clue to any of these targets before the violence happens. It's impossible to track down this or these bloody criminals.
We have to do the impossible, Jean. It's not safe on the streets at the moment. Women are afraid to go out, especially at night. They're being told a pack of lies, then blackmailed, and ultimately threatened with their lives. At least there haven't been any deaths yet, but I can see it coming.
Well, that is at least some small blessing. Oh, I've been checking the files with the description of the man that was reported. Nothing's come up. It seems like we're looking for someone with no criminal record at all. Just our luck.
We were lucky enough to get that one description. Most of the victims have been too scared to say anything. I've had a word with the super. They've increased the patrols in the area, but nothing yet. The first we hear of an attack is when someone reports in that they've seen a woman on the ground with severe bruising and cuts. The one reported in on Tuesday had also suffered a broken arm.
Yes? Okay. Oh, Christ. Where? Okay, thanks. I'll send uniform over as soon as possible. Bye.
What was that?
There's a report of a stolen pistol from a house in the Cornbridge area.
Get DS Wilson and DC Rowell over there straight away, and the forensics team. There may be some material we can work with.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, there's been a body discovered at the park in Witherington.
Divert the majority of the forensic team to Witherington, where I'll meet them. Join me as soon as you've alerted Wilson to go to Cornbridge.
Yes, ma'am. Right away.
Can you keep the crowd back and put the tape out? That'd be a great help. Thanks.
Right, everybody, can you stand back a minute, please? This is the crime scene. Thank you very much. We need to secure it, take it off, and keep it secure. Thank you very much. Yes, back, all of you back. Right, everybody, can you stand back a minute, please? This is the crime scene. Thank you very much. We need to
Never done her head.
Serious head injury and blunt force trauma. There are knife wounds to the neck and to the torso, but I suggest they probably be due to torture.
Any signs of sexual...
No. Clothing totally unaltered. There anyway.
Well, that's something, I suppose.
I don't suppose she'd be bothered about that now.
No, of course not. Her suffering was bad enough, though.
I suggest, ma'am, that the wounds to the torso might not be deep enough to kill, but they'd be very painful.
Well, you finish up here. Give me your report as soon as you can.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have a look around the scene, see if I can find anything.
Ma'am?
Jean, can you take an officer and go door to door around the houses overlooking the park? It's probably clutching at straws, but somebody might have seen something.
Right away, ma'am.
I'll see you back at the office in 2 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
I look forward to reading the report. Goodness knows we need some useful DNA.
Any luck with the stolen gun?
No, ma'am. The city forensics team had a van spare, so they're up at the house taking samples. I've left Wilson to clear the area as far as possible. It transpires that nobody saw anything, as we expected. We should get a forensic report tomorrow.
Well, that's something, I suppose. No sightings, no one aware of what went on. It wouldn't surprise me if we don't get any bloody fingerprints or DNA.
There was one thing, though. I don't know if it has anything to do with our other cases, but I found this on the way back to the office.
Well, take it down to the IT department and see if anything can be retrieved from it. But I don't hold out any hope. It looks pretty bad.
Yes, ma'am.
What's that? Help me. I'm being blackmailed and threatened with my life. Help, please. AR. Strange. No address. Ma'am, there's something you should see. I think it's important. I'm in the office.
Is the boss here?
Not as yet. Shouldn't be long, I'd imagine.
Oh. Well, there's the report on the body at Witherington.
Okay.
Oh, and this report has just been handed to me by IT. I haven't read that yet.
Right, great, thank you. Well, let's hope it reveals something of interest.
I'm sure you'll find something interesting.
Fingers crossed.
I was coming through the front when I got your message. What have you got?
This, ma'am. It was pushed through the door this morning.
Who the hell is AR?
I think I can answer that one. This is the IT report on the mobile that DC Rao found yesterday. It belonged to an Alice Rogers, and we got text messages that the service provider sent us. They prove for interesting reading.
AR, Alice Rogers. Same person, you think?
Coincidence, but considering the situation, I think it may well be the same person.
Snap. Was the phone on contract or pay as you go?
Well, fortunately, ma'am, it was on contract, so we should be able to get an address for the owner fairly soon.
Good.
I'll get onto it right away.
What's the forensic report on the Witherington body saying?
I was just about to read it. It's only just come through. I'll take a look at it now.
Ma'am, I'm just in from Cornbridge. Mr. Eric Wyatt, who reported the theft of the pistol, said he kept it in a drawer in his bedroom. He said the drawer is always tricky to open and requires a bit of dexterity. There was no ammunition. In fact, he doesn't own any because he hadn't used it for years. The break-in was through the rear door, so that a thief knew what he was after.
Well, why wasn't the gun locked away securely in a cabinet?
Well, apparently he didn't think it was necessary, as it had been disabled. And it wouldn't shoot any bullets if it was loaded. He was keeping it as it had some sentimental meaning. He has given a full description of the gun with the serial number, and he had a photograph of it which he had taken for insurance purposes. I did have one team member from forensics though, and he will send a report through tomorrow. The photo is with him.
Well done, Jim. Let's hope we get something from forensics. You read that Witherington report. I'll check with Uniform whether they've got any further with their area search. Any luck with the area search at Witherington? We are currently at a dead end.
This.
Where was this found?
Uniform found it in a bin about 100 metres from the site of the killing.
Get it checked for prints and DNA.
Ma'am. Oh, and we found an address for Alice Rogers. It's on your desk.
I think you'll be interested in this. Fingerprints and DNA on the knife. I asked for it to be run through the database and it turned up a match. Douglas Farrell, no known current address, record for burglary. Oh, and the knife that stabbed the woman is that one, blood match.
Thank you.
So, that is all you have to tell me?
Yes. It was so, I was so scared. I...
Take it easy. Try to relax. We have the whole division out looking for him. We will find him soon.
Yes. Yes.
Would you like me to try to find someone to come and stay with you?
No. I'll be all right.
Okay. I'll come in tomorrow to find out how you are.
Thank you.
Remember me?